Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Or good day, depending on where you're from. Welcome back to another live stream. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully everybody's day is going well. Hopefully everybody's week is going well. Welcome back to another live stream. Very excited to get back on here with you all. Another day, another opportunity to gain more conviction in our business. And the market is moving today. So we have a lot to talk about. We'll be going over a bunch of information and looking at an incredible move. NQ up 874 points on the day already. Incredible. Incredible. We'll get into that in a moment. I'm going to welcome everybody into the live stream first, see how everybody's doing today, see how everybody's week is going, and then we'll talk about the information after. We'll make sure we update the trading desk. We'll make sure we get to any relevant news. We'll take a look at the prior move. We'll go through all the information as we head into New York Open and get prepared for New York Open as well. So we'll set a game plan and prepare for the session. But first, let's see some of those familiar faces. I love to see all the people continuing to keep showing up. Good morning, Island Dreams. Good morning, Andy Wills. Good morning, Mario. Good morning, AO FX. Good morning, Mock. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Zan. Might say this wrong, but good morning, AO. AU. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Historical Seconds. R. Ferna, what's up? How are you doing today? Learner 903, good morning. 420, good morning. Let's have a great day, Ash. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's have ourselves a phenomenal day. The market is moving. Let's get prepared to crush this week. Good morning, Sergio. Hope your week is going well. How's everybody doing so far on the week? Throw a 1 in chat if you're green on the week. Throw a 2 in chat if you're red on the week. And throw a 3 in chat if you've yet to trade this week. How's everybody doing so far this week? Let's see. Are we green or red on the week? Are we green or red on the week? Good morning, Catalin. Hope your day is going well. Good morning, Mind the Dave. Hope your day is going well. Couple 1s, couple 3s. There's a 2 in there as well. Blew my funded yesterday. Only 900 away from my first ever request. Well, first things first, that is the natural experience of being a day trader. Okay, so don't be too hard on yourself. I understand that that is annoying, but you have to understand that everybody goes through that same experience. So don't be too hard on yourself. You know, you were able to do it the first time, you'll be able to do it again. Don't let the prior experience deter any future ones. All right, I know it's annoying now, but keep moving forward. Learn from it. Learn from it. Document it. Come back to it. Make sure you don't have that mistake again. Okay? Doing great. Hope you are too. I'm doing phenomenal. Thanks for asking. I appreciate the kind comment. I'm ready to go for today's session. We're going to go over some of the current events that are happening. We'll make sure that we update the trading desk. Maybe we'll make a deal again. We'll definitely get prepared for the session. I just wanted to welcome everybody into the stream and say hi to the community before we instantly jumped into information. So just seeing how everybody's doing so far. True, but if you are 900 away and kind of went on tilt, yeah, that's definitely a tilt without a doubt. And that's why I'm saying document it, make sure you journal it so that you can learn from it. And that way you don't do it again the next time. Everything is a learning experience. Good, bad, or indifferent, we can learn from every single experience. So Let me make sure the communities know that I'm live. Let me throw that in the Discord. And then we could take a look at some of the news. Let's take a look. All right. All right, good. Hey, good morning, Ezekiel. Hope your day is going well. Exactly. Learn from it, move right on to the next one. Don't let it drag you down. Just keep moving forward. We'll do better the next time, 100%. 100%. Nice IB in New York. Yeah, yesterday's IB was absolutely gorgeous. Yesterday's unicorn was absolutely gorgeous. Both of them played out quite perfectly. So let's just go take a look at yesterday's New York session real quick. So take a look at this right here. Okay, heading into New York, NQ runs above and sweeps a swing high, key level, where at the same time, ES did not sweep that swing high. So at the very first minute of New York Open, we create some bearish SMT, which the market kind of just told us what it wanted to do there with that bearish SMT. So let's hop down into a lower time frame and take a look at that. So here's that same SMT that I just pointed to on the higher time frame. And you can see that this is 9:30 right here. You can see that this is 9:30 right here. So we instantaneously get bearish SMT against NQ. And then you get the breaker plus the FVG. Right, this would be a bearish breaker here. You have the FVG right in here. All right, so very, very clean bearish unicorn there at New York Open. And it completely dumps. You would have had to front run this on ES because it literally went 1 point away from the breaker. But NQ did catch the entry. So let's just hop over here real quick. Let's just hop over to NQ real quick. So if we look at NQ, you can see that NQ did retest the breaker plus FVG. So this here. So maybe you caught it on NQ. Maybe you caught it on ES. ES, you would have had to front run it. Why does it keep going to the front here? Hold on, let me just press the replay mode. That way I can stop scrolling. All right, now it'll be much easier. So ES, you would have had to front run it. NQ, you actually got the entry. Okay, that was absolutely gorgeous. And you were referring to the IB. So I had pointed to the unicorn there. So now let's also take a look at the IB. The IB was just as beautiful. Just as beautiful. So let's take a look. Now taking a look at the initial balance. 9:30 sets the high. 10 a.m. sets the low. Right, so that's a short from 50%. There's your short entry, and it goes right to target. Comes a couple points away from 50%. Let's see if ES gets ES does get the tag. So same exact conversation as the first position. One asset gets the tag of the entry and the other one doesn't. One gets front run, one doesn't. Beautiful short positions, to say the least. Absolutely gorgeous. Both of the models playing out perfectly. That was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The crazier part about it is where we're currently sitting at. we had this dump yesterday, and then we finally got the news in regards to the war. It looks like Trump is talking about a 2-week, right? Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but Trump had mentioned giving a 2-week extension, 2-week ceasefire. Hey, good morning, Rod. Hope your week is going well. Good morning, dude. Where's my stop loss? Good morning, Fernando. Tariq, what's up? How's your day going? Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. What? None of them played good yesterday for short? I'm not maybe we're looking at two different charts, but yesterday's shorts were extremely clean. So, hey, good morning, Jip Smith. How are you doing today? Yeah, and then we come into a ceasefire. So after yesterday's blood, we go screaming 800 points higher. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, the long was definitely clean too, without a doubt, right? If you're looking at the PM long, but I was analyzing New York AM, and New York AM had extremely clean shorts. All of the shorts played out properly. So both sides got paid there, right? Because now if you're looking at the 15-minute bullish unicorn here, the longs also got paid there overnight. I mean, this is just insane. Gap up, and then we keep running. Like, wow. Close here. We open 100 points higher. After opening 100 points higher, we go screaming another 700 points higher. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, the monthly FEG. That was a beautiful tag. Yep. Very nice. Very, very nice. So since we're slowly starting to hop into the information, we can also take a look at updating the biases. We'll update our weekly outlook. We'll go through all of our assets. That way the trading desk could be completed. That way anybody that's not here on the live stream can also get the information as well. So let me also get through all the assets and update the biases. That way Discord could have the information as well. So just be patient with me because I'm going to have to take some screenshots, make sure it gets over there. If I were all of you, I would smash the like button. I had mentioned maybe making a deal. We'll see. We'll have to get the like button up there to even have a chance at that deal. So giving you guys a head start. Head start on the like button. All right, let's take a look real quick. Euro. Absolutely gorgeous move here. Absolutely gorgeous, bullish FEG on the daily chart for Euro. The equal highs were just screaming at us the entire time. All of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why we were pointing at this as a target. And what a move. We had been pointing to this bullish FEG to act as support. It clearly acted as support. Wow. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's update the Euro trading desk. Targets completed on the bullish bias for Euro, which means the bearish bias on dollar is also going to have the targets completed. And there it is there. So what a move. Absolutely amazing job. Absolutely an amazing job. Just understanding one or two things. We made this very simple. There was nothing complicated about it. We've said it millions of times. All we're doing here on the daily chart is looking at swing highs, swing lows, and FEGs. When price is at a bearish FEG or a swing high, and we get a rejection, any type of bearish price action, okay, then that's a confirmation to being bearish at those locations. Okay, when price is inside of a bearish FEG and you get bearish price action, then have a bearish bias. And the things to aim at, if you're coming from an FEG, you're aiming at swing lows. If you're coming from a swing high, you're aiming at FEGs. We're just using two concepts here, swing points and FEGs, to understand direction on a higher time frame, which leads to moves like this. Look how large of a move this is. Just by taking a look at a bearish FEG, seeing that we were getting rejected from it, and now what a move. What a move. So all of the targets have been smashed now on the dollar's bias as well. Okay. And feel free to just go back to Monday's live stream to fact check any of this, right? Because we go through the weekly outlook in the beginning of the week so that we can point to the information beforehand, and then we look at the result when we get it, right? So it's not, there's no hindsight here. Just go and check the Monday's live stream to look for these biases, or take a look at the Discords. This is just insane. Obviously, it's from the news, right? So we have also been talking about Trump being the driver, right? We can hop over here and take a look at the economic calendar, but these red folders really aren't doing it like how Trump is doing it, clearly. So like CPI, on Friday, I would love to see a move, but it looks like the war news is more important right now, is what I'm trying to say, right? We know that CPI is our most volatile red folder, but is it going to be that volatile right now compared to the news of the war? That's what I'm trying to get at. But just as a quick side conversation, sorry for changing gears real quick, since we're here on the economic calendar, let's take a look at it as well, okay? 2 p.m. FOMC meeting minutes. That's what we got for today. You have to understand that FOMC meeting minutes is not the same as a press conference or a Fed rate decision, okay? Those FOMC conversations are much more volatile than this FOMC conversation. Okay, so I'm not really worried about this today. All right. But tomorrow we have 8:30 and Friday we have 8:30. So we do still have some red folders, and obviously stay on top of Trump. Okay. But back to some of the biases and updating the weekly outlooks. Oil, we were looking at this bullish FEG, and this clearly gave us an answer, right? The news from the war is definitely affecting this, right? It's just a simple supply and demand kind of understanding. They were talking about opening up the strait again, right? So the restraint looks to be easing. So if it's easier to get oil again, then we might be done with higher prices. We might be done with higher prices, and they just completely invalidated this bias, right? So now that they're invalidating this bias, right? So that was wrong. The bullish FEG did not provide support. It's also starting to create a breaker, right? So now I want to see if this happens. The bullish bias was wrong, so we'll update that in the trading desk. And then moving forward, I want to see if is this going to become a bearish unicorn? That's what I want to know next. Hey, good morning, Tris. Hope your week is going well. Jack, what's up? How's your day going? Nico, good morning. What happened with Trump? So Trump had stated a 2-week ceasefire last night, right? And we'll hop over to ESNNQ to talk more about that statement here in a second. But you can also see how it's affecting all of the assets, right? Look at the dollar having a gap. Euro sending it higher. Oil ripping it lower. All because of the news. Okay, so let me just finish the weekly outlook and then we'll dive into that conversation a little bit more. I want to see the daily candle closure here on oil now. If we get a decisive candle closure below the breaker, then it looks like this is becoming the reversal, and I'll look for this. Right, a retest of the breaker to then send us back lower to here and here. But I need to see the daily candle closure first. So I'm going to wait on this now. The bullish bias was wrong, and now I'm going to wait for additional information before making another bias. And this is the information that I want to look for. So we'll wait to see if the daily closes below. Would love to see the FEG be aligned with the breaker. Right, we need to wait for the third candle, but if there was an FEG, a bearish FEG in here as well, aligned with the breaker and making this a daily unicorn, then yeah, I'll be looking for that to get retested, look for a rejection to head lower. But we'll wait on that information for now. ESNNQ. Absolutely gorgeous bias. We were looking at a bullish bias. We were pointing to swing highs as targets. Let me double check which targets I was looking at. So for ES, I was looking at these two targets here. They absolutely crushed this bias. I mean, this is just extremely clear, in my opinion. Right? Price clearly got supported by bullish FEG here. So being bullish, looking for a move to swing highs from an FEG makes complete sense. And the news obviously sent it. So once again, the news was the 2-week ceasefire that Trump had mentioned last night. And this is the conversation that we had. What was that, last week? Or I don't really remember which day it was, but there was a day that we were talking about uncertainty in the market, right? So like the market doesn't really like uncertainty. And this is what uncertainty looks like right here, right? So all of this, just a slow, choppy bleed, very undecisive, weak market. And this is because of all of the war news. Like this is just throughout the past couple months have been extremely choppy, extremely weak. It's because of everything that's happening in the world, right? Like it's the comments that came out last night bring some form of certainty, thinking that, okay, maybe the war's done, right? Like that makes people feel better. Nobody wants war. So, threatening war and threatening the end of time, that sounds very uncertain compared to saying, we're not going to do that. Everybody is safe. that brings some certainty back into the market, and maybe we can get directional from that. And we saw that move last night. We saw an extremely directional move. So if you've survived the past couple of months, you know, give yourself a pat on the back, because look at all this chop. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is just rough price action. If you couldn't identify all this chop, you might get chopped up. So hopefully, I mean, I don't want war. So hopefully war can come to an end. Hopefully we can keep getting good news. Hopefully we can find a direction and be less choppy, to be honest. That was an entire quarter of chop. We're into April now, and all we've been doing is chopping for the entire year. So to be honest, this would look phenomenal, right? So for all of the ICT fans, right? If this was your accumulation, right? For all the ICT fans, if this was your accumulation, this was your manipulation, and now we enter distribution, that would just be beautiful. That would be beautiful. We have all the liquidity resting here. And guess what, chat? What did they use for the reversal? What are they using for the reversal? I mean, of course, they would use a breaker plus an FEG for the reversal, right? So now if this could be the reversal on the daily, look for a retest for support to target there, right? That would be absolutely gorgeous. Was just thinking about the breaker on CL. Yeah, it's the breaker on the daily. We'll definitely watch for that. Breaker on the daily for CL. Breaker on the daily for ES and NQ. Bearish unicorn forming on NQ 5-minute. It's 8:30 in the morning. I have no interest in looking at that. I'd rather be taking a look at New York Open. So I'll wait on that. Trump's friends making money privileged information. That's funny. I don't doubt it. I mean, to be completely honest, I made like a little funny short the other day of like the inner circle of Trump. There's no way that they don't know about all this information, and it's probably what Barron is making bags off of. So there's no way. Hey, good morning, Ethan. Hope your day is going well. VAL. What is that? Volume profile, I'm guessing. Maddie's talking about volume profile. I haven't used volume profile, so I'm not exactly certain about those abbreviations. Good morning, Anwar. Hope your day is going well. Good morning, Sathish. Hope your day is going well. Did I miss something? What are you referring to? Are you talking about the huge move that happened on NQ, or are you talking about the biases that we just went over? What portion are you referring to? What got me confused yesterday is that I had a bullish bias, NQ and ES, and seeing that the hourly is bearish profile, I got stuck. What is your advice? Only get a bias from one chart. I personally do not compare multiple charts. I don't compare the daily to the hourly to the 5-minute to obtain a bias. I get a bias from the daily, then I go to the hourly to look for key levels and SMT, Then I go to the lower time frame for an entry function. I don't attempt to create a bias from multiple different time frames. That's what I would say about that. Very good question. Very, very good question. All right, so NQ's bias is going to remain the same as well. Just to finish off our update in terms of our weekly outlooks and what to look forward for. NQ, we were looking at the same thing, as it should be. NQ and ES are correlated pairs, so they should be moving the same at the same time. We got the move here in terms of our weekly outlook from Monday as well, as it should since ES did. So that bullish bias was completed as well. Go check Monday's live stream. It was very clear. The bullish FEG providing support made it look like that. Made it look like we were looking to target higher, and we did. Hey, good morning, Spyro. Hope your day is going well. Ash, if a beginner wants to start trading tomorrow, what should they not do? What they should not do is instantly rush into trying to make money. Instead of instantly taking your money and buying an eval, or instantly taking your money and putting it in a cash account, just wait. Okay? Show up to the market, watch the market, learn about the market, do a little research first, right? Do a little bit of due diligence before risking. So if a beginner wants to start trading tomorrow, be patient is what I would say. Do not rush. Choose to learn and obtain information first. And then once you have some kind of idea, you've at least done a little bit of research, then maybe take a step forward. See, the higher time frame analysis on Euro was respected. Please show us how a confirmation would look on the hourly and the 5 minute. Okay, so take a look at this. If you're on the daily chart and you have a bullish bias, right? Because you're looking for a move from a bullish FEG to a swing high, then I would go down to the lower time frame, the hourly, right? And look for a bullish FEG or a swing low to act as the higher time frame point of interest, okay? To engage with a bullish bias, right? So I'm not looking up here, first of all, because the bias has been completed, right? The target was these lines from the daily time frame. So that would be the target being completed. So I'm not looking up here. The bullish bias was from down here, right? So just taking a look at that, right? Now, imagine if you were to find a reversal from a swing low or a bullish FEG, right? We're on an hourly chart looking at higher time frame key levels. This is your daily FEG here, right? So when you see that you're getting supported from a daily FEG, then you go down to an hourly to look for key points of interest to engage with that idea. That'll put you in good areas to look for reversals, right? So bullish FEGs or swing lows, right? Look at this hourly bullish FEG. So the daily time frame is your bias. The hourly time frame is your key level. The 5 minute time frame is where you look for an entry function. So also on the hourly, when you get to these key levels, look for SMT, right? You get to the swing low, see if there's any SMT that forms there. You get to the bullish FEG, see if any SMT forms here. All right, so going over to Euro, there's the SMT there, right? So it is time to look for a reversal. What is this, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.? 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So we got into the bullish FEG. You got your bullish SMT. That means it's time to engage with the bullish bias. Let's see if this was SMT as well. 21 to 22. This one wasn't SMT, so this one would have been harder to identify, but the second one was gorgeous. Hopefully that clears it up. The last portion to that conversation is then going down to a 5-minute time frame to look for a change in the state of delivery. And that would be your entry function. So whether you want to use a change in the state of delivery, a breaker block, a FEG, a inversion, a whatever type of change in the state of delivery you want to use is completely fine. It's the higher time frame logic that actually makes that idea worth taking a risk on. Okay? Very good question. Yo, Ash, what's up? How's life, man? And how's family? Wow, very generous question. Thank you for the kind comment. Life is going very well. Thanks for asking. Family is going very well. Everything is great. How about yourself? How are you today? How's life going for you? I appreciate the kind comment. X giveaway result. The giveaway will be announced on Friday. Let me triple check. Yep. Winners will be announced on Friday, 4/10. So not time for that yet. Hello and good morning. Hello, El Burrito. Hope your day is going well. Good morning, AV Dream. How is my favorite father to be? I'm so ready to be a father. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time, so I truthfully could not be any happier right now. How are you doing today? Thanks for asking. Good morning, Parmeet Trading. Hope your day is going well. The sun is shining and I'm up on all my accounts. That sounds like a very green day. Let's go. If you are green on the day, go get some of that sun. I would get some fresh air and enjoy some of that sun. Hey, good morning, Esteban. How's your day going? New to the channel? Welcome. Very nice to meet you. So we day trade here. During the morning, we're creating biases. We're doing giveaways. We're doing Q&As with chat. We're going over information and learning how to day trade. During the market, that's when I'm trading live. You have to understand I am not a signal service. I've said this millions of times before. I'll continue to keep saying it. Chat, I am not a signal service, okay? I'm here to document my own trading. I record myself so that I can learn from it. So when you're seeing me take trades live, I'm doing this for myself. I'm not telling anybody else to take that trade. And I'm here to tell you that you always have to do your own due diligence. Okay? Just because I'm taking a trade, that doesn't make it any better or worse for the trade. I'm learning how to trade just like every one of you. And what I'm trying to do is record myself every single day so that I can go back to it and learn from it after the fact, right? I could go back and be like, hey, look, you were chill during this moment because you were clearly identifying the information and you stuck to your plan. Okay, that resulted in a better result compared to you being impulsive and not being prepared and not measuring your risk. Okay, so please just understand why we're here. For me, It's to give as much value to the community as possible. I try to do as many giveaways as possible to help you all get accounts. That's the first thing. The second thing is a documentation system for my own trading. I'm learning how to trade, so I want to have all the stuff recorded. And lastly, this is not a signal service. So always do your own due diligence, okay? You have to do your own research, understand your own models, understand your own risk management. We're just here to come together as a community. If we, ask questions and go over information together, maybe we're able to get more perspectives or more learning opportunities than if we were to do this on our own. So I have no problem going over this information with everybody throughout the time, but you have to understand you are the only one responsible for your risk. Nobody is going to press the buttons for you. You have to learn this business on your own. We can learn together, but you are going to be the only one to click the buttons for yourself. And that's how we want it, to be honest. The reason why we're here is because we want that freedom of time. We want that freedom of location, and we need that skill to be able to develop the income that would allow that. So if you develop the skill of trading, that means you get to make the decisions, right? You don't have to listen to a boss. You understand you have a skill that can develop an income. That's why we're here. And that's why I don't even think signal services are a good idea, because you want to be able to have that skill internally. You want to have that skill on your own. You don't want to listen to anybody else. So let's keep working. Let's keep learning. When we all obtain the skill, we're all going to be able to get to the goals that we want to get to. And, talking about that giveaway, why don't we do another giveaway, chat? What? Why don't we do another giveaway? Are you guys ready to make a deal now or what? Or what? First things first is we have the giveaway going on Twitter. Completely separate from what I'm talking about now. Completely separate. But if you go over on Twitter, I do have a giveaway going on my Twitter account. The winners of that one will be announced on Friday. Okay? But now I'm asking all of you if you think we should also do a giveaway here on the live stream for somebody that is present here in chat. Should we also do a giveaway here as well? What do you think? Hey, good morning, Weapon. Hope your day is going well. Being a father is one of my biggest fears. Oh, wow. Yeah, just give it more time. Maybe that just sounds like it's not the right time is what that sounds like. I'm not fearful at all, to be honest. I'm very excited. I think it's going to go very well. So I guess it's just a matter of timing. Is there any giveaway today? Yeah, I think we're going to set one up here. I think we're about to make a deal. Going through chat now to see if you guys want to. So let me know if you do. Just want to say thanks, man. Love your energy and the way you approach trading and the generosity as well. Thank you as well. Thank you for the kind comment. I really appreciate it. We're just trying to work and learn every single day. We're trying to become independent thinkers, right? Exactly what I just said 2 seconds ago. I would love for all of us to have this skill, right? And the way that we do that is by showing up every single day to build that skill. We have to literally press the buttons to build the muscle memory. Okay, so while we're doing that, we can share information so that we could help others along the way. Yes, we should do it. All right, sounds like we should do a giveaway. Okay, all right, decent amount of yeses, so we'll do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway. Hey, good morning, Anne. Hope your day is going well. How are you? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Very excited to be on here. We got another, what is that? About 40 minutes before New York Open. We're about to do a giveaway as well. We're just updating. We just completed the update on all of the biases and the trading desk. So for anybody that's new here, I'll just flip through that one last time before we set up the giveaway. I know we had multiple different conversations while we were doing that bias. So let me just clear the air real quick in terms of how we're moving into today's session. And it's going to be with a lot of patience. So overall, I just want to do one last recap and then we'll do the giveaway so that everybody understands what we're looking at for today as well. We were bullish, and the bullish targets have been completed. Right? So on Euro, at this point, I would just be waiting. I would be waiting. I don't want to long at the top of a daily candle. Okay, so that's not my preferred location to be longing. As I just mentioned earlier in some of the conversations, I'd rather be longing from a bullish FEG or a swing low, not a bearish FEG, or above swing highs. So yes, I do want to be bullish, but I'm not going to long up here. I would much rather see some kind of retracement for a continuation. I don't want to long at the top of the candle. And that goes for almost all of the conversations here because we're in that same situation for every single one of them, right? The bearish bias on the dollar worked out, beautiful move, but now is not the time to be looking for shorts. Now is not the time. We've completed the target, right? So I would want to wait here too. Same thing with ES and NQ. ES and NQ, we were aiming at the swing highs. Now that we're at the swing high, that's not the location that I want to be longing. Right? So great job being bullish, but like I'm not chasing the long. Right? I'm not longing at the top of a candle. The long was from the bullish FEG to the swing highs, not at the top of the candle. So I want to be bullish today. I'm not looking to change my bias. I want to stay on the same side as the momentum, but I'd rather see some kind of retracement into some kind of gap before doing that, right? Like if we're thinking about continuation, like let's get a retracement maybe into this gap here and then look for support from there. I don't want to be longing from the top. Okay, so very good job being bullish, but now I'm going to be cautiously bullish is what it's coming down to. I'm going to be patiently bullish. I want to remain bullish, but now is the time to be patient. Wait for a retracement into a key level. Look for SMT at that key level for continuation higher. Okay, so that's how I feel about moving forward for today's session. Hey, good morning, Manu. Hope your day is going well. Good morning, Silvana from Rome, Italy. Wow. Thank you for joining from Rome, Italy. That is awesome. That is one of my most favorite locations. I got engaged to my wife in Positano. So we went to Rome. We flew into Rome and did all of the historic monuments, and it was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. We got to see all the historical stuff, and then we took a train down to, Naples, and took the boat over to Positano. Wow, Positano was gorgeous. Probably one of my favorite locations, like on this planet, to be honest. Hey, good morning, Brutal. Hope your day's going well. Good morning, Bernie. How are you doing today? From Barcelona. I made it over to Barcelona too. Barcelona is gorgeous as well, to say the least. That city is right on the water. India, have not been to India. Good morning, son of Wall Street. Wales, have not been to Wales either. My wife does have a little bit of Welsh in her though. She is slightly Welsh. Good morning, Adam. Hope your day is going well. What about the pizza in Positano? No, the pasta. The pasta was insane, to be honest. Absolutely amazing. Good morning, Osho. Hope your day is going well. From Morocco. Wow, I've never been there either. Melbourne. Melbourne's what? Australia? Down under? South Africa and Bulgaria as well. Africa? Where in Africa would I go? Where in Africa would I go? And I would absolutely, at some point in my life, I would love to do a safari. If that is possible, I would absolutely do that. Good morning from Egypt. Wow. Egypt is incredible too. Lisbon, Portugal. That is definitely another place that I want to go. I want the island off of Lisbon. What is that? I'm gonna forget the name, but I want to go to Lisbon as well. I want to go to the island off of Lisbon when I do. Alrighty, chat. Alrighty, chat. Have never been to Mexico either? No, I have not. Madeira, yeah. I would love to go to Madeira. All righty. All right, I do have to do, let's see. Yeah, let me get this posted real quick as well. Give me 2 seconds. We have a new PDF coming out. W Mika. Let me take care of this real quick. We have a new PDF coming out, chat. Let me just make this post and then we're gonna get to the giveaway next. Got a little sidetracked there with all the new countries. W Mika. New PDF coming out right now. Amazing. Making a Twitter post real quick. I need to get this PDF out and then we're going to do the giveaway. Give me a few seconds here. Okay. Excuse me. Almost done here. Absolutely amazing. All right. All right, chat, do me a favor. Chat, do me a favor. Go over here, like and retweet this. We got to get this new PDF to the entire community. New PDF for the entire community. That's going to be in the free PDF section of the Discord. So if you go to the free PDF section of the Discord, you'll be able to find this PDF. Brand new PDF. Brand new. Just uploaded seconds ago. Hot off the press. Hot off the press. Let me make sure the Discord is also aware of that. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Okay. All right. W Mika. If Mika is in chat, everybody send Mika a W. Absolutely goated. Thank you, Mika. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me hop back over to chat and let's see where we're at on chat. For a safari, go to Mombasa, Kenya. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Hello and good morning. Good morning, Zako Trades. How's your day going so far? Right now I'm working in Montana and it's very beautiful. That's where Yellowstone is, right? Go to like Glacier National Park. Go to the Grand Tetons. It's gorgeous out there. I have a question about the market. Whenever the market falls, then suddenly there's a news like war situation, a ceasefire, or a tweet from Trump, and market goes up again. How do you analyze that? Buy fear, sell greed. When you get to maximum fear, that is a location that you would look for a reversal. Same thing with maximum euphoria. Okay, so let me I'm not even talking about price action. I'm talking about the environment, the news, the economy, right? So maximum fear, they were talking about the tariffs, unheard of tariffs before. Like 100% tariffs. We were trying to implement them on China or something. They thought that that was going to ruin the economy. So we started selling off big time. When you get to, there's literally maximum fear, measurements, or what are those called? Radar, something. Like you can see when the market is at maximum fear, that's a good long-term purchase. Okay, here, let me go to another maximum fear. Ready? Here's another maximum fear right here. COVID. Look at this very quick, deep sell-off. COVID. The world was ending. Right? Maximum fear. The world shut down. The entire world literally shut down. Well, guess what? Imagine if you invested in the world shutting down. Ready? Hold on, we're not even done yet. Look at where we are now. Imagine if you bought COVID. Look at where we are now. So It's outside of technical analysis is what I'm trying to answer that question with. When maximum fear events happen, look for long-term purchases, right? Buy blood, sell euphoria. That's what I have to say about that. Fear and greed indicator. Yeah, you could literally check when there's maximum fear in the market. All right, chat, listen. I've made you guys wait for too long. Too long. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Who wants to do a giveaway? Yay or nay? Type 1 in chat if you want to do a giveaway. Let's finally make that deal. I've been making you guys wait around forever. So do we really want to do that giveaway? All right, W. W. All right, chat. Let's get it going. All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal, chat. When the like button hits 200, we will give away 3 50K My Funded Futures accounts. If you get the like button to 200, the moment that the like button hits 200, that very moment, we will run a giveaway for 3 50K My Funded Futures accounts for somebody that is here present in chat. So you literally have to be in chat to claim the giveaway. So when we hit that number, if the individual is not in chat, you cannot claim the win. You have to be here present to claim it. So can we get the like button to 200? There's 150 people in here. So if you all smash the like button, I think we can get there pretty quickly if everybody smashes it once. The real giveaway for me today was the PDF. W Adam. W Adam. Yes. The giveaway is currently in the free PDF section of the Discord. This right here. Okay, we just uploaded a new giveaway, a new PDF to the free PDF section of the Discord. So if you're in the public Discord, go to the free PDF section and you'll see this new PDF. Do me a favor, retweet this, like this, so the entire community can get that. We got about 20 more minutes before New York Open. Like I said, I want to remain bullish, but now I'm going to be cautiously bullish. I'd much rather see some kind of retracement before continuing to look for longs. I don't want a long from the top of the candle. I would love to see some kind of pullback and then long. Okay, so going to remain bullish, just not going too long from the top. We'll see if we can get a pullback to then long for both ES and NQ. Right, like if they just go higher from here, like if they just keep running higher, then I'm not going to chase it. I'll just let them go higher. I would love for my long-term bags to continue appreciating. So it's not that I'm not capturing the move. It just doesn't go with my day trading system, right? Like we can take a look at the initial balance, maybe, but completely okay with being patient if we don't get any form of pullback. All right, so any questions, any information, feel free to throw it in chat. We got about another 20 minutes before New York Open, and then when New York opens, we'll take a look at finding some kind of position. All right, now time for water. The coffee is done. It's over for the coffee. I'm convinced Trump tweets are liquidity grabs. No way this happens every time he makes a battle rap threat. Yeah, that is just manual manipulation, without a doubt. One man can move the market. We've seen it time and time again. Every time he makes some kind of statement, we see some kind of aggressive move. Without a doubt. I would agree with that statement. I definitely agree with that statement. All right, let's change it up. How is your back from carrying the day trading community? The backpacking the community? No, there's a lot of people out there. A lot of people like to help. There's a lot of misinformation. I do have to say that. Definitely, don't take everything with a grain of salt, is what I have to say. Don't instantly believe people. If people aren't willing to show you in real time, if people aren't willing to be transparent, if people aren't willing to be genuine, then I would be cautious of them. A lot of people kind of give out some misinformation in regards to results. There's just, the people that show green days every single day, just be cautious. That's all I'm saying. I'm long, NQ 25,215. All right, we're watching Rumo's long. We're watching Rumo's long, 25,215. 25,215. Rumo is up 16 points. Will we make it to the highs? Rumo is looking for a sharp pullback to the upside. All right, well, we're up. Rumo's up 16 points. Can we go for any more? Let's see. Do not trust the 100% win rate strategies yet. Please do not trust that. It is just the most clickbait thumbnail to be like, I have a 100% win rate strategy. Let me show you how to make, $1 million in your first 1 minute. Be worried of those people. Those clickbaity thumbnail people. Rumo, what are we doing with this? Or is your stop already above break even? Have you taken partials? Are you just holding? What are you doing with that that 25 215 entry on the long? Hey Ash. Hey, good morning, Manjeet. How's your day going? All right, another 15 minutes before New York opens. I suspect Rumo isn't using SL. I hope they are. I hope Rumo is using SL. Sure hope they are. But it doesn't look like we're getting any combo from Rumo, so might have to take Rumo's position off the screen if we don't get any update. Any buys for today? Yeah, let's go over it. All right, Rumo. Hopefully you took profit. Hopefully you got out at break even. Hopefully you don't let this thing dump all the way. Who knows? We'll come back to that, Rumo. Good luck. Good luck, Rumo. Biases for the day. We can go through that again real quick. We completed our, updates. But this is what we have here. We were bullish on Euro. Bullish targets have been completed. Now that bullish targets have been completed, I'm going back to the sidelines and waiting. I want to be bullish, but I'm not going to be bullish at the top of a candle. That's why I'm saying I'll go to the sidelines and wait, because I'd rather look for a retracement into a bullish FEG to then look for continuation. I don't want a long at the top of a candle. The bullish bias from the bullish FEG was the move. We were looking for a move to the swing highs. That was completed. I don't want a long at the top of a candle now, so now I'll just wait to see if we get a retracement for continuation. Same thing there on dollar, just inverse. We were looking for a move lower on dollar. We got the move lower. Both the targets have been completed. So I do not want to short after the targets have been completed. Now I'm just going to wait. Same thing with NQ and ES. NQ, we were bullish because of the tap into the bullish FEG here. Once we saw that, we started looking for higher prices. We aimed at the swing high as a target. The swing high here. That target's been completed. So now that that target has been completed, I want to remain bullish, but I don't want a long at the top of a candle. So I don't want a long up here. I'd rather look for a retracement into a gap to continue to be bullish. So bullish biases played out beautifully. We got our targets completed. For that reason, I want to remain bullish, but now patiently bullish. I would like some kind of retracement into a gap to look for a continuation. All right, so another quick breakdown of our biases there. Rumo, what are we doing? Rumo, are we out of that long? Hopefully. Or do we not use stop losses? We're underwater now. Rumo shut off his computer, right? It's over for that. All right, chat. Once again, we made a deal. We made a deal for 200 likes. If you get to 200 likes, we'll run a giveaway for 3 people that are here in chat. So smash the like button. If we get to 200, I will do a giveaway the moment that we get to 200. Okay. Got 10 more minutes before New York opens. We'll wait to see if we can find anything at New York Open. While we wait, if you guys have any questions, any information, feel free to throw it in chat. We can go over it. Doesn't matter how beginner, intermediate, advanced it is. We can go over it. So feel free to throw any type of question or information in chat. Do a little Q&A until it's time to start searching for a position. Ash, how come daily bias isn't short if NQ is above a swing high? Let's take a look. Okay, so the location of price is not the only thing that determines a bias. Okay? Yes, we are above a swing high. But ask yourself, are we displacing through these swing highs? Right, so when, for example, when price is at a swing high or when price is at a bearish FEG, I would like to see a clear and decisive rejection from those locations and then become bearish. All right, so what I'm trying to say is yes, we're at a swing high. But no, it's not the time to become bearish, because whether you're looking at the daily candle, right? So the daily candle, look how strong this candle looks, right? Like large bullish body and almost no seller's wick. So the daily candle is not giving you any insight to being bearish. Let's go down to the hourly. The hourly market structure. The hourly has not changed the market structure. And when I say changed, that means we're bullish. The market structure is bullish. We're making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. We have not changed that structure. We have not became bearish yet. Right? So this is what it would look like if it changed the market structure. Let's do this real quick. Right? We're making higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, new low. Right, this would be a change in market structure right here. Okay, so the overall answer is yes, we are above a swing high in the daily, but there's no other information pointing to we have become bearish. The market structure hasn't changed. The daily candle does not show a huge wick. There's also no bearish displacement, where there's no bearish FEGs in here, right? Because the bulls are clearly in control. On top of that, let's take a look. Where is there any bearish SMT? Let's take a look. No, I don't see any bearish SMT either. So their overall answer is there's no insight to the bears being present. Yes, we are above a swing high on a daily, but there's then no confirmations to say it's time to be bearish. So that is why I'm not bearish. I would rather look for continuation higher. So hopefully that makes sense. If you need any additional clarification to that, please let me know. But The location on the daily chart is not enough. You need confirmations to that idea. It's an idea, and then you go confirm it with market structure, SMT, displacement, the candle formations. Those are the things that it's like. So if you're writing an essay, right? If you're in college or if you're in high school and you're writing an essay, they tell you to get credible sources, right? You got to back your information with credible sources. The SMT would be your credible source. The displacement would be your credible source. The candle formation would be your credible source. Those are the things that confirm those ideas. Amazing question. Amazing question. Would you use the 4-hour FEG as support for price to get higher? I don't really use the 4-hour chart, but yes, I'm just using the daily and the hourly. Like I normally look at the daily for the bias, then I look at the hourly for the market structure, and we're looking at the same thing, right? So yes, looking to see if bullish FEGs can be areas of support for continuations higher. Yes. Trade Smart with Bernard. Yo, what's up? How are you doing today? Do you trade gold? I do not trade gold. No, I'm a firm believer of less is more. As you can see, I really have a small watch list because of it. I really don't, I just focus on NQ and ES. If Trump is hearing you now, what would you tell him? I would say, let me in the inner circle, please. Let me in the inner circle. Please and thank you. Question is, do you see the sell setup I'm seeing right now? London highs got taken, and we're waiting for entry now inside. No, I'm not looking for sells. I'm not sure how to make it any more clear, but the market structure is very bullish. It has not become bearish yet. I'll continue to keep looking for higher prices until the information says otherwise. So, no, I'm not looking at a sell setup. No, I'm not. When price aggressively breaks out of consolidation without an entry or retracement, what would be the next move? To be patient and wait. To wait for a retracement and wait for an entry. You got to define how you enter, right? If you want to be a breakout trader, then so be it. That's completely okay. But if you're telling me that the only entry was a breakout and it did not provide a retracement, right? If you're the type of trader that looks for retracements to enter a position, then you have to know when you are given an entry and when you are not given an entry. So define the way that you trade, understand how you enter the market. That way you can identify it on the chart. If you enter the market on retracements and you don't get a retracement, then it sounds like you need to wait and be patient. Wait for a retracement, right? But on the other hand is, if you're a breakout trader and you just saw a breakout, then go ahead and take the breakout, right? Like, define the way that you enter the market so that you can execute appropriately. So if the market structure on the hourly was bearish, then you would change your bias. If price had a bearish SMT and a very clear and decisive bearish change in the state of delivery, yeah, that would be something that would make me think that it's time for a retracement. That's supporting evidence to looking for some kind of retracement. How can we locate how much the market will drop or pump? If anybody was able to tell the future, then they would be so rich that they would never need to think about, anything ever again. I don't think they would even tell us that answer because they're in a different planet at that point. I don't think anybody can tell the future, so I don't think you'll find that anywhere. Friday CPI will be good to OSOC, Ash. To be honest, the war news is a lot more important than CPI right now. So I'm not going to bank on CPI being like the most aggressive move, to be honest. I think the news with the war is more important. So I don't know about that one shot, one kill. How do you differentiate between high probability fair value gaps and low probability fair value gaps? I treat all fair value gaps the same. I look at bullish fair value gaps as areas of support. I look at bearish fair value gaps as areas of resistance until they are invalidated. I do not say one is better than the other. Hi, Ash. Hey, what's up, Iman? Hope your day's going well. Baron knows for sure. If Baron can let me know, that would be great. Baron definitely knows. Hopefully someday Baron can send me the text to let me know as well. That would be appreciated. New York Open. Here we are. We have made it. We have made it, chat. It is now New York Open. What are we going to get here at New York Open? Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Alrighty, chat. Let's see what we get today. How much would you risk if he did tell you? I think the first one would be a starter position, so I can see if he's telling me the truth. Like, allow the first one to be a bluff by risking a little bit, and then once I understand whether he's lying to me or not, then I would go heavier on the second position. First one, just a few $100 or whatever, something I don't care about. Second one, my entire mortgage. If he's telling me the truth, you know? All right, we got a little move lower there at New York Open. Let's see if that creates any kind of bullish SMT at the lows. See if NQ runs below this one. Nope, not yet. See if NQ could run below that low while ES does not. Get some bullish SMT. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. All right, one took out the low. One did not. We'll see if ES also takes out the low or not. All right, let's see if they can turn that into an inversion. Maybe today will be the first inversion play. Bring it back to the highs there. We'll see. Are we going to create bullish SMT at these lows? That's what I'm looking at here. No, they couldn't close above the FVG. Maybe they do this time. This looks like ES is the stronger pair. See if the SMT holds. What will they do here? Are they getting rejected by the FVG, or will they inverse it? Or will they inverse it? It's like a pretty indecisive candle there on the 5-minute. 15-minute is still developing. See if we can get this inversion. Might get our first inversion play of the year. Give it like $600 of risk if we do get it. Still nothing yet. We're waiting, chat. We're waiting to see what we get here. Still heading lower. Wouldn't mind if they take the low one more time and then create a breaker. That would look gorgeous too. So we'll keep waiting. SMT is still available until ES takes this out right here. Excuse me. And now we've also taken out the low. So this could also be a change in the state of delivery now, if we get it. Still just waiting, chat. Buy stops on the way through the change in the state of delivery? What do you think? Go for 10, maybe a 10-point stop if we get it. It's not, we're not getting it, still heading lower. We'll wait to see if we can get the change in the state of delivery. Just simply analyzing a 15-minute bullish SMT here, right? If they take this out, then we'll go back to the drawing board and wait to see if we get a breaker here. NQ still heading lower there. Yes, potentially taking out the SMT too. So we'll wait and see. Looked like we wanted to pop through it here, and then it sold off. So back to being patient. Still want to look for the change in the state of delivery, which now this one would be the change in the state of delivery. Back in the day when Ash was only unicorn or nothing. Good to see you've expanded. Hey, what's up, Checkmate? Hope your day is going well. Yeah, in the beginning of 2026, we had set some goals to try to expand the toolkit. See if we're capable of taking more trades than only the unicorns. So, yeah, one size does not fit all. I 100% agree with that. And if anybody, you know, shames you for that, then they're not the ones clicking the button for you, so it doesn't really matter. Good to see you as well, Checkmate. Hope your week is going well. So no bullish setup. They're taking out the bullish SMT. So very good job being patient so far this morning. Hopefully Rumo was using stop losses earlier. I really hope Rumo is using stop losses. Where is Rumo? Oh, man. Still waiting, still searching. Let's see if we can find something. Give us the good old unicorn now, right? We have a swing low. We have a swing high. We have a new low. Can we displace from a 15-minute swing low? Can we create the bullish unicorn? Let's see. Hey, good morning, Cash. Hope your day is going well. Welcome to another New York Open. We are slowly hunting. We are slowly searching. A 15-minute candle probably looks pretty ugly now. Okay. Slowly but surely. Take a quick look. That was London. Asia's down there at 25 flat. Okay, that was London for both of them. See if London low has any kind of reaction for us. Still waiting to see if any kind of change in the state of delivery happens. I gotta be honest, I took the 5-minute unicorn short for 100 points. Let's go, Driz. Congratulations. If you captured 100 points, amazing job. If you captured 100 points, you should be more than happy with enough. And you should call it a day, to be honest. 100 points is phenomenal. Very good job. What's the name of the indicator? So I have two different indicators here. The AGFX watermark is these words right here. And this word right here, over here. So this is AGFX watermark, these different titles. And then the kill zones is what I just looked at for the sessions. So I want to know where like London session is. I want to know where New York session is. So that's why I use the kill zone indicator. Those are the two indicators that I have on there. All right, and that explains why I keep pointing to this, right? We just taken out London low. So is London low going to provide any type of reaction? We'll wait and see. I want to see if this happens right here. All right, chat, this one might be it. Let's take a look. I'll give it about $600 of risk. All right, now I'm going to take a look at this. This is what I'm looking for right here. All right, so let's take a look. I'll give it about 12 points. So I'll be wrong if it goes back to the lows here. This is what we'll be looking at for today. Let's see if this was a bullish change in the state of delivery. Let's see if we're going to get any bullish continuation. Looking for new highs. So we'll see if we get some new highs of day. So I want to give it about 12 points of a stop. That's what I'm looking for here. Only looking to risk about $600 on this. Oh, some volatility there. Dang, chat. They went against me. They went against me. Let's see if they turn that into a wick here. Was that just a wick? Decent wick there, so we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens here, chat. see if we can get supported by that FVG again. Going against me again. We'll see. See if we can find some support from the FVG again. Looking like a stop loss, chat. They went right through the FVG. Dang. There it is, chat. There it is. All right. Risk was accepted. Risk was taken. Stop loss hit. Let's document. Unfortunate, chat. Unfortunate. So remember the comment in the beginning of the stream? Trying to long from the top of a candle? Look at what we get from it. All right, let me get a screenshot of this. Let me make sure this is documented. Give me a second here. Let me put London low in here as well. Give me 2 seconds. All right, there's the screenshot there. All right, chat. Documented, journaled, and we will learn from it. Did you enter the buy trade, Ash? Chat, do me a favor. Let me know. What do you think? Did I take that trade? Yes or no? What do you think? What do you think? Did I take that trade? Right there, right in front of all of you. Price reacted off the daily view op for your friends at My Funded Futures. Ooh, so hopefully that means they got short. Is that what that means, or what does that mean? All right. ES, New York AM long, New York open, London low swept, breaker plus FVG, stop loss hit. Another day, another learning opportunity. All righty. We got it documented as well. IB high first. Yeah, it definitely looks like, if we're taking a look at the IB so far, the high was set first so far. Still have some time before this is set. Let me also get those screenshots into Discord as well. Give me a second here. All righty. We are good to go, chat. Now we've gotten it on Twitter, in Discord, on the live stream. It has been documented everywhere. Can I please ask, what did you learn from this? Do not long the top of a daily candle. I literally said it in the beginning of the stream, and now you see the results to it. Like, yes, I want to be bullish. Belonging at the top of a daily candle, you can see the results to that, right? Here are the results to longing at the top of a daily candle. So that is the logic that I'll be taking home today. Okay. Analysis for me still doesn't change. I still stand by all the things that I said. Just another data point. Always a pleasure to see how calm you are when you take the trades. That's because the decisions were made beforehand. So it's when I'm taking a trade, I'm just following the process. It's not a emotional decision to make. It's not a mental decision to make. I'm just following a process time and time again. That process will have wins. That process will have losses. There's been many times where I've taken trades that have won. There's many times where I've taken trades that are losses. So I'm just more interested in completing the process than I am in the result. That's what it comes down to. When you could be process driven instead of results driven, that's when you can be more objective to the information instead of emotional. Right? Like I was completely okay with already understanding that risking $600 today is something that I was going to do. So it's not a dollar amount that changes the way that I feel about this. It's not an emotional decision. Heading into the market, I told you I wanted to see some kind of retracement before looking for a long. I quite literally stated these things before the market opened. And then when the market opened, I just did what I said I was going to do. I wanted to remain bullish. I wanted to see some kind of retracement first. Then I wanted to look for a setup, which we got the setup. And it was a clean setup. Look how decisive this candle is. It has the FVG. It's a breaker plus a fair value gap. It's a change in the state of delivery. It's from London lows. I have no problem with the setup or the process. The outcome is not what determines whether I had a win today or not. What determines whether I had a win today or not is if I followed my process. Results are just a byproduct of that. So I'm completely okay with this. That is what accepting the risk before the risk is taken looks like. You shouldn't be taking the risk dependent upon how you feel. You should be taking it depending upon if you're following a process and if you have completed your process. So just another learning day for me. It's been documented. We have it here on the live stream along with all of the text communications via Discord and Twitter, and we'll get that on Instagram as well. Okay, so now is the real learning portion as well. Now what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do? Right, so now is not the time to be over trading. Now is not the time to revenge trade. Now is the time where you've actually accepted the risk or not, right? Because if you have that feeling of needing to make that money back, then it sounds like you haven't accepted the risk in the first place. If you did accept the risk in the first place, you wouldn't have the feeling of needing to make that money back, and you would still stick to the process. You'd still stick to the process of adhering to risk management, going on about your day, making sure you work on your health, making sure that you work on your other businesses. Okay, so I'm going to stand on those words as well. I've came in, I've created my game plan, I've executed my game plan, I've taken a risk, and now I've gotten a result to it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up unless you guys have any other questions or comments. I'm going to go get 10K steps in, make sure I get my cardio in next, then go work on my other businesses and make sure I keep making progress each day. So, any questions or any information before I wrap it up, feel free to throw it in chat. If not, I am going to go wrap it up and start working on the rest of the businesses. No giveaway. The only giveaway we had today was Mika's work of art. Mika with the absolute W. A pure work of art. Everybody throw a bunch of W's in chat for Mika because the PDF that just got uploaded to the free PDF section is Mika's work of art. Pure gold. Nothing but gems. It is absolutely gorgeous. You have to go check it out. Thank you, Mika. Mika was the real W today. I took the L, Mika took the W. Seriously. Seriously, thank you. That is uploaded to the free PDF section, so if you do want to grab that, feel free to. Yeah, it doesn't look like we hit 200. So, well, I guess we'll have to wait for the next live stream. I guess we will have to wait for the next live stream, chat. I do still have the Twitter giveaway going on, so if you want to participate there, feel free to do so. All right. Alrighty, so I don't see any questions coming across. Chat, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you once again for continuing to show up, relentlessly working and learning every single week. We will continue to keep live streaming. You know, like I said, detach your emotions from the results. Today's action is just another data point. It's tuition for education. So stay focused, keep your risk managed, continue to keep getting 1% better. Let's keep working. Let's keep learning. Let's bring the conversation over to the general chat. I'm still going to be in the general chat, the Discord, and on Twitter and Instagram. So let's continue the conversation over there. But thank you for your time today. L on the longs there on ES. Completely okay with it. We followed our plan. We completed our game plan. We managed our risk. And now we document it. We learn from it. And we move right on to the next one. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all on the next one and in Discord.